Hey babes, it's the real Miss Savage and I'm back again with another weekly vlog in my life for you guys. And today we're starting out here at the Fresh Farmers Market. I like to shop the farmers market for the most highest quality items, and today on the menu I will be making one of my favorite dishes, which is mascarpone. It's an Italian dish. If you know, you know. So you're gonna shop with me. I'm gonna get all my ingredients, and this is a meal that lasts about 4 days, and this is a specific meal that I decided to make because your girl got plans, and I'm like, let me make sure these people is fed so don't nobody worry about what I got going. No, you know. So I love these little energy shots. They really be doing the job when you work overnight and you have to be up and active and alert at 4:30 in the morning. So that's one of the good things I do like, and I do love these kombucha drinks. Somebody actually put me onto these and they've been good to me ever since. I love the Babesss, one of my favorite ones, and I also got me a passion orange energy drink as well. I try and stick to natural juices and drinks when I do get them. Alright, I have a question for you guys. Do you guys think that a shallot is the same thing as an onion? Isn't it a baby onion? I put that down and I end up getting a shallot instead because they've been working just as fine, just like onions to me. I like to add spinach and bell pepper into my mascarpone personally, just for flavor and mainly for color when it comes to that orange bell pepper. I don't know, I'm aesthetically a pleasing eater. I like to eat food that is aesthetically pleasing, and that's just me. And I add spinach so you can have your veggies mixed in there, of course. I love mascarpone because you can kind of add whatever you want to it, and you'll kind of see once I start cooking the kind of things that I add into it to make it my own original mascarpone recipe. Now, people say it is not a homemade meal unless you make everything from scratch. But baby, guess what? I don't got time. But what I will tell you is you want to make sure you go ahead and get the right pasta because the pasta can change your entire meal. So I did get those, but I ended up getting these pastas instead because they just work better for mascarpone. Ever since I've ate mascarpone, that's the pasta that I eat them with. I've tried it with the swirly noodle and it just don't hit the same. It don't hit the same. So I went back and got that original mascarpone noodle, and of course I went with that Parmesan and Romano cheese so I can razzle dazzle that at the end. Now, your girl typically go ahead and get like a 3-pack of garlic, but I just didn't feel like it today. So I went and got me some minced garlic that was already prepared, ready to use, as you see on the packaging. Yes, I am mainly shopping for my mascarpone dish ingredients. However, this is most of the stuff that will get me through the week as well. And I will tell you, as soon as I get to the beef packaging that I got, that actually allows me to make 2 different meals. So I'll be able to make my mascarpone out of this beef, and I'll also be able to make an additional meal with this for my work week. So I love that. Absolutely great. I also got me some sandwich bread, some fresh sliced sandwich bread from the deli, along with some fresh sliced cheeses of my choice, and I got the rye bread at the beginning. Again, those are things that help me get throughout my work week as a slim gal. You don't necessarily have to eat heavy in order to be healthy and lean and still be full. Now, this is something I ordered from the TikTok shop, babe. This is my first time I ordered from TikTok shop, and I'm 100% satisfied with my purchase option, okay? And it came in an appropriate amount of time. I was very happy with it, and I've been using it ever since. I tell you, this package couldn't have came at a better time because it helped me so much on my travels throughout ATL and throughout just my vlogging process while I was out of town. And opening it was pretty easy. It was easy to assemble, as you'll be able to see here. And I'm gonna shut up and just let you watch the show, okay? Hey babes, oh sorry, I'm back again. I don't really like to leave dead air. I kind of like to talk to you guys throughout the videos. So you know, as a content creator, there's so many different things that they are constantly trying to advertise you to buy. Like, you need this as a content creator, you need a ring light, you need a freaking selfie stick that moves around as you move. Like, all these things are supposed to less complicate your life as a content creator. But let me tell you, this little thing right here cost me $10, only $10, and I am so satisfied with it, and it really does the job. It gets the angles, it swerves 360. I can stick it on anything. I damn near was gonna stick it on my man television screen. He like, do I look like I want something suction cupped to my screen? I'm like, no, but I got it just in case you do. So all in all, this product from TikTok shop works great, and it does the motherfucking thug dizzle. Just kidding. But yes, I love this product, you guys. It really does the job. It's something enjoyable. It came quickly. The process of buying it was no problem, and it works great, and I don't see anything happening to it anytime soon. So shout out to TikTok shop for this buy, and just great getting it to me. And this, from my understanding, like TikTok shop hasn't been open a long time, so I was just really impressed with the service overall. I'm not really big on shopping online, but this thing was just like one of those must-haves for me because I've been searching for something very similar to it. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this vlog with me, because this is only the beginning. We haven't even made it to ATL yet, girl. So put your seatbelt on and get ready for the ride. All right, babes, let's go ahead and get ready to put these groceries away. Low-key, I'm not really putting them away. I'm just laying them out and putting away the stuff that I'm not going to use. But everything I got today, I'm mainly going to go ahead and use for our mascatroli. And yeah, y'all know, let's go ahead and get prepared, because we're about to go ahead and make this on camera with you guys so you guys can see how it gets done. I don't cook enough with you guys, and I'm really a cooking babe. I be cooking like I'm somebody's mom's for real. Yeah, that's my baby shallot. And to me, honestly, you guys, I feel like that is just a baby onion. If you guys really know, like, is a shallot considered a baby onion? Let me know, because I've been using it for like 4 weeks and replacing it for onion, and I need to know. Okay, so boom, let me tell you guys, I was cooking, I was getting everything prepared. Tell me why folks walk in the kitchen like, that's a lot of cheese. I don't know if I like it with all that cheese. So-and-so be making it like this. So-and-so be doing a certain dish, and it's kind of like mascatroli, but it's not really mascatroli, but it's like this. But I don't like a lot of cheese. I just looked at them like, don't disrespect the Italian culture. The Italian culture consists of cheese. So yeah, I went out and I got some different kind of cheeses. I use different cheeses every time. Of course, high quality cheeses. But yeah, I was like, please don't disrespect my dish like that, because I know how to cook, okay? And at the end of the day, they ate half of the whole pan, so it wasn't even, I didn't hear nothing about no cheese after that first bite. Oh, and I don't care how fresh the farmer's market is wherever you shop. If you shop at Amazon, Food Mart, or Jewel's, Osco, or Kroger, make sure you clean your produce, okay? It's just super essential in today's time and age. It's all coming from the ground, you guys. So just go ahead and clean those products like your life depended on it, because it might. Okay, so boom, I'm not going to cap you guys. I'm not completely satisfied with the seasons that I have in my pantry, but this is what I have to work with. So I'm about to put these seasons to work, and I'm going to put my heart into this, and that helped, and that created this dish. So those are the additional things that I was telling you that I was going to add to this mascatroli to just make it my own. So that's sweet corn, that's the spinach, and that is the sun-dried tomatoes. I cook those in a pan on their own, let them sear down a little bit, and then I let them develop their own kind of their own kind of flavor, and then I go ahead and add those to the dish, as you'll see in just a little minute. But I like to let those do their own thing for a little minute before I add them to the meat and the bell pepper and the shallot, and then I go ahead and mix it all in, mix it all in. So the cheeses I decided to use for this was feta and Swiss and fresh mozzarella. And I forgot that other one that I just pulled out. I think it's ricotta. Yeah, I used ricotta, which is my favorite. And this was the end result. It came out a little bit more brown than I like, but it still ate down. And it was delicioso. Okay, boom. I got the house taken care of. Now I got a flight to catch. And we on our way to ATL, baby.
Downtown, Atlanta, past 3 o'clock, it don't matter. Yeah, got you plays on that corner. Bad bitches working for that cheddar. Downtown, Atlanta, nigga, shit right here, it don't matter. From the K to the A's, I never corner straight up. Bad bitches working for that cheddar. Fuck with it. Downtown, Atlanta, it's past 3 o'clock, it don't matter. Got you plays in that corner. Bad girls twerking on the top floor. Them tricker niggas gon' pay more. I be in the car if shit gon' pop off.
Any boss babes in the building? Any boss babes in the building? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you do what you want. You're popping, don't you? You do what you want when you're popping. Yeah. Oh, I am getting the rental car. The final process would be getting into my Airbnb perfectly fine, and this will... Oh, we got our rental. Let's put our shit away. All right, y'all. We are in fucking business at ATL. We got our little rental car.
I do what I want and I smoke till I'm faded. I drink till I pass out, I wake up and drink up again. I pull up again and again.
Turn right onto Camp Creek Parkway Frontage Road, then turn left onto Desert Drive. Turn left onto Desert.
Man, I bought a only feet, Chanel. Everything I say, these bitches oversee. Yeah, streets get hotter than lava. Coming in more, everything gon' fall. I gotta do it with God. So as I go, reaching my goal.
Hey boss babe, so I made it to my Airbnb to check in. The next order of business was to check in with my friends. The first person I went to go, well, the second person I went to go see was Tree. We've known each other for like 5-6 years at this point. I'm just so proud of him. He comes such a long way from what we used to be, and that's my motherfucking friend. He's always gonna be that. So I love you down, Tree. Thanks for just making sure I had a great time when I was in ATL. Thank you for seeing me every opportunity that you got. And just thank you for just being there and just catching up. That's my homie. We've been through the ringer together. And I'm just so glad to see that we still locked in and we still friends. And thank you for treating me to my first little dinner. We was in College Park where we used to get money at, actually. And this was the next location that we went to the next day. We linked up and this was Smoky Pit Barbecue. We were just hungry and I'm like, ooh, let's just go get some barbecue. We agreed on barbecue. So went there. Obviously, I had a long, little rough night before that, looking a little crazy by the head, but everything was good. And you guys will get to see my platter that I had got. I actually was being a fat ass, you guys. I ordered brisket, which was what I was doing here. And I also ordered a freaking half slap of ribs and some mac and cheese and some collard greens. My goodness, I ate good. If you're somebody who really, really likes barbecue, make sure you go to Smoky Pit. This is in East Point, which isn't too far from College Park. I was all over the city, but I can't pinpoint the place that I was at because, you know, it's barbecue all over the city, but some places just don't hit the same. And this is a place that's always been pretty damn good. Mind you, I've been eating good since I landed in Atlanta, but for whatever reason tonight, I was extremely hungry. So your girl instantly got down. So I couldn't really get too much of a good video, but I did let you see me open up them sides. This is basically me just preparing my meal to get devoured. You will catch a little glimpse of the rib shortly here, and I'll tell you, I literally only ate the piece that you see missing from the rib, and I never touched it again. So that at least I paid for my own money, so nobody could be mad like, oh, you're wasting food. It was my money, nigga. It's my money. It's okay. For me, it's like therapy sometimes, just riding through the city, and it's like mind clearing for me. So this is me getting ready to go into breakfast at Barney's the next morning. And I'm just getting myself prepared to walk in there because normally breakfast at Barney's be popping. You might run into Ludacris in Future over there. So, you know, you better be dressed to the nines. I'm just kidding. But you might, you know, ATL is like little California. So the celebs be outside and it's just home to them. But I'm always dressed to the nines when I'm in the city because you just never know when an opportunity to network with someone is going to present itself. Period. You know, I took this little mini trip because ATL has become just second nature and my second home to me. So the last time I was here, I obviously was going through a lot and I just wanted to jump back in the city and see how I felt when I landed, see how it felt as I was living there, well, visiting there, to see if like it still had a spark for me. And it absolutely does. And this is absolutely a place that I can see myself living my life again and starting my life again, doing business here again. And it's just always going to be home to me. Yeah, it's hard sometimes being an independent woman in a city like ATL, but this is the kind of place that you can get it out the mud. You can start from nothing and you can have everything. You can have anything your heart desires here. This is a place that has given me so much opportunity time and time again. And it's just a place I will never cross off my list. It doesn't matter anything, you know, so I'm eating it up every second. Baby, I brought these heels a few months ago and it took me a while to break them in, but they've been broken in, baby, and now they're doing a thing. So here, breakfast at Barney's. You already know we're in the greater part of Decatur and it's breakfast at Barney's. They've established in 1978, which I can't believe. Welcome to breakfast at Barney's in the greater part of Decatur. This place is normally bussin'. Now, when you look around and you see it's fairly empty, this is a rare occasion, you guys. I swear, this line is normally out the freaking door. That's why they have those ropes out there, you guys, and I'm not capping. And you notice, if you're an ATL native, you already know how breakfast at Barney's go. You better make a reservation or you cannot get in. So I was actually on a time crunch because I was also supposed to be checking out of my Airbnb about an hour after this. So I really came to sit down and grub quickly and get content. I didn't really get to soak it in how I like to when I do things like this. But for what it was, everything came very quick. Service was top notch. A beautiful waitress was waiting on me. I couldn't ask for anything more ATL than that. Ambiance 10 out of 10. I was greeted as soon as I walked through the door by the bartender, and I was seated immediately, and my server came up to me less than 5 minutes of me sitting down, got my drink orders and my appetizer order, and she got right down to the business. Now, I do want to let you know this is a cashless establishment, so don't think you're about to be one of the girls getting off of your night shift job at the strip club and you're about to come over here and eat with all of the singles that you earned. It's just not going to happen like that. You need to have your debit card in your pocket, and you need to be ready to swipe because this is a cashless establishment, okay? Okay, now depending where you from, those prices might look a little bit high to you, but baby, in Atlanta, those are some good prices, let me tell you, all right? Those are some good prices on the menu for you to be in the city about to get your grub on. So, come be prepared to spend you a little $100. I actually did fairly good with my order amount. Every time I've ever had, not every time, but the first time I had one of these, or the second time I had one of these, I was sick after it. Like, everything that wasn't healthy, but the brain something this experience. I've had this on other occasions, and really, something else, okay? So, I don't know if these are like a sure anything, like, I don't know what it has happened to me in my skin, these dishes, but I don't know, everybody's different, everybody's different, so I'm giving it a shot. I'm gonna do good, good. I never seen such big pasta noodles in here for the mac and cheese part, but it's good, delicious, they're cooked well, the pasta's not gonna cook over. I can taste every single thing, including the drizzle, which is like a sweet barbecue sauce glaze, or a sweet hot sauce. But never tasted anything like it. It's like every bite. So this was my entree. I got some wings and waffles. Not gonna lie, I actually don't eat waffles, and I don't eat outside waffles, okay? Not unless they're the waffles that come in the yellow box that you get at home, and I only eat the blueberry ones or the buttery ones. But I don't eat outside waffles, so I didn't touch those waffles at all. I ate the fruit off of them, and I ate that fried chicken, baby. Now, the chicken was fried a little bit softer than I would have liked it to be, but obviously I didn't have a problem with it. At least if I did, I can't tell from this video because I really got down on those wings, like down to the bone, and they were actually like fall off the bone good. So I have no complaints. I just ate my chicken a different way than I typically would. The flavor was there. the presentation was there, and the goodness was there. So obviously I got down on these wings. Now, if you're not from Atlanta and you don't frequent the Atlanta area, then you're probably looking at me like I am crazy, girl, for eating fried chicken at like 10 o'clock in the morning. But listen, chicken just kind of comes with the brunch here in Atlanta. So you get chicken, you get a mimosa, or you get a margarita with your breakfast here. And that's just the ATL culture. It's just what it is. And I love every second of it. And if you don't, you need to adapt and come to the South and see how it's done, baby. So that was so good. I ate as much as my time allowed me to eat. Not gonna lie, I probably could have ate a little bit more. I would order a little something else more. But baby, it was on crunch time. I had to get gone. I had to roll out. Time to go. Hey babe, so this was actually my first time traveling and decided to get an Airbnb. This isn't the original Airbnb I selected. When I actually started traveling, they messaged me like, hey, we're having issues with that unit, but we have another one just as beautiful available to you. I was very skeptical, but I'm like, okay, well, this is fine. Same building, no problem. And turns out I actually really enjoyed having this entire unit to myself. It was very spacious. It had everything that I really needed in there for my solo travels, and just enough space for me to do content in different areas if I wanted. Yes, everything wasn't, of course, like state-of-the-art luxury how I would typically like, but it was just Airbnb for a short stay, and I wanted to be in the city somewhere that I was familiar with, and I wanted to be able to hop, jump, and skip wherever it is that I wanted to go. So this location really worked out perfectly. A lot of this place I didn't even have to utilize. I didn't find myself utilizing most of it. However, it was just comforting to know that the space was there. The opportunity to use the space was there. Say I wanted to have all my friends over, I wanted to have a game night one of the nights I was visiting, or if I wanted to, just whoop it up and have a good time with a group of people, it was plenty of space to do so. So I definitely enjoyed that quality of this unit. And although it was in the middle of the city, it was very, very quiet. And another thing that I loved about this location is that they have a front desk attendant there 24 hours. As you see, I'm right in the city, right in the heart of the city where all the action is. And that's exactly what I wanted. What else could I ask for? All in all, this trip was a 10 out of 10. I did everything that I wanted to do while I was down here. I dressed to the nines. I was just in my independence. I was comfortable. I was in my zone. I ate down at the restaurants I went to, and it was just everything I wanted it to be. ATL don't owe me nothing. Everything's just back to decent. I put everything in the trash. I did use these towels, but I did stack them. I didn't use much tissue, so everything is still pretty much in place. And then I made sure this was where it was before I got here. The rug was there for whatever reason, so I put it back. Let's see, the living room. Oh, bring that with me. Hey y'all, hey. So I didn't even use the living room that much, so it's still pretty much intact. I didn't use the guest room there, and dining room area is still fine. I did utilize the kitchen a little bit. If anything, I think I'll just probably throw this food away and maybe take my juice. Otherwise, everything here. Not gonna make the bed. I am gonna reorganize the pillows a little bit. Make sure I'm not missing anything on my end. And sure. And basically done. Now I gotta close my suitcase. I'm tired. All right, I'm all checked out of my Airbnb. Let's get ready to head over to the West End so we can check out one of my favorite spiritual places, one of my favorite places to shop for like my spiritual tours. And it happens to be on the West End. So let's get on the road and hit the road, Jack, and you'll be surprised what I find. To give you an idea of everything they sell herbs, they sell oils, they sell books, they sell fresh produce, they sell sea moss, they sell incense, they sell candles, they sell feminine products, everything that you need on your spiritual journey. They even sell fresh fruit smoothies and African empanadas. I think they're empanadas anyway. They look like empanadas, so I think it's African empanadas with the veggies in them and stuff. Now, let me pre-warn you before you just pull up on this place. This is in the West End, and the West End is the hood, so be safe. Have your strap on you. Don't look at nobody too long because you might get got. So just be safe and travel. This is your disclaimer. You're heading into the hood. So yeah, be easy out there, but enjoy your smoothie. And if you're good in the hood, you all good. I'm original West Side baby, so anywhere I go, I flock to the West Side just to see what's to it. See if my West Side is better or is their West Side better. But I like the West Side of Atlanta. It's just where I got it out the trenches, and so I just always go back. So I had to go eat one last place before I left, and I chose the Beverly, which is like a bar and grill in Reynoldstown, Georgia. It's like a little small town. If you know, you know. And I always go here. This is like one of my go-to places. They have the best bartenders. They know how to make my Hennessy lemon drop perfectly. And they always just have some really good food. The service is always very quick. It's never too crowded in there. So this is just a nice little spot to go if you're ever in the city and say you have like a business meeting. They have outdoor seating as well. They're open until like 12 a.m. So it's just the perfect environment in a very nice side of town where you don't really have too much worry. It's free parking. And I got a Remy lemon drop with a sugar rim this time. I wanted to keep it light and it came out perfectly. She mixed it very well. So shout out to the Beverly. This has been one of my go-to spots for a few years now. So this is a gym in the city. So make sure you check it out when you're down there. And I went with the original jerk chicken egg rolls with some chimichurri sauce. Again, this is something I've been ordering for years. And they hit every time, I tell you. So I quickly got those down. And like I said, those are jerk chicken egg rolls with chimichurri sauce. The chimichurri sauce looks a little questionable, but I tell you that chimichurri sauce really brings out the flavor in those jerk chicken egg rolls. And you won't regret that when you go to the Beverly and you order those. You're going to enjoy it.